Hmm. What do you guys want me to say? What do you want me to say? North Carolina lost another football game. Is that strange? Is that old? Is that new news? Old news? I mean, it's old news. You fans know that when you love a team and they don't love you back, how bad it hurts. $52 million or more. I don't even know how much. I'm so exhausted for this season. I could just. North Carolina loses 28-12 to Wake Forest today in a game in which North Carolina, for the first time this year, not surprisingly, I actually suspected it before now, failed to score a touchdown. And I really hope that there's no North Carolina fans out there that think North Carolina played this bad today because of who they play next week. Because we know that's not true. We know that's not true. And I dread next week. I dread it. I dread the following week. I'm ready to get the season over with. Just get it over with and be done with it. Obviously, coaches, offensive coordinator should have been fired mid-season. Barring a miracle. Barring a miracle. Barring a miracle. They win one more game. You know Bill Belichick, when he first got hired and the media asked him what was the number one rule at the University of North Carolina. His words were, and I'm going to say it just like he said it. His words were that it's supposed to be beat Duke. Beat Duke. Beat Duke. Well, that's who's next on the schedule. Unfortunately. His ego is going to be tested because he said his dad always told him that it was important to beat Duke. So his ego is going to be tested next week, when he has to make the decision against Duke. Come game time, should he start a quarterback that can't throw the ball 5 yards down the field? Or should he start who he should have started the entire season? Max Johnson. I know. Carolina invested so much money in little Gio Lopez. There's not one Tar Heel fan. There's not one Tar Heel fan that will tell you that they want to see more Gio Lopez. Gio Lopez is not a group of 5 quarterback. He should have stayed at Alabama State, where he could have set all kinds of passing records. It's a big difference, little guy. I mean, the whole entire problem with Gio is he's just small. He's just short. He can't see the field. He can't see open receivers. But Bill Belichick believes that he can do it. He just does. Now, if we think that we're going to be scoring 12 points in college football and winning football games like they very rarely do in the NFL now, in the NFL, you do have to score more than 12 points, Billy. Or did you forget about that? Because after Tom Brady left New England, your offense looked like pretty much Gio Lopez offense. Freddie Kitchens offense, really. You didn't do nothing. You had a terrible record. You even said that when Brady left you and went to Tampa Bay, that you thought that you could win a Super Bowl. Well, Tom Brady showed you couldn't do it without him. Tom Brady has showed you that you can't win anything without him. Bill Belichick. You understand? So why don't you make a wise choice? Why don't you make the first wise choice that you've ever made? Out the second one that you've ever made outside of starting Tom Brady when he replaced Drew Bledsoe. Why don't you make the decision to start Max Johnson next week? And maybe you just can beat Duke. And maybe there's a slimmer chance that you get us to a bowl game. I doubt it. With Frederick Kitchens, doubt it. And the sad thing is, and here's a fact. The sad thing is, and I hate to disappoint you North Carolina fans as well as me, you know it and I know it. Freddie Kitchens will be back next year. You know that, right? Freddie Kitchens will be back next year. Because Bill Belichick is stubborn. You see it with Gio Lopez, you're going to see it with Freddie Kitchens. But it's going to lead to the termination of him getting fired, his son getting fired, as well as Freddie Kitchens. And most of the other coaching staff too. I don't care if they've coached, if they're former Carolina players. If they can't help out, fire them. I don't care. I do not care if they're your former Carolina players and you can't be a part of making this team be better, then you don't need to be a part of the program no more. You need to be in the stands supporting the team like fans, not on the field. Freddie Kitchens needs to be in the FCS where he can maybe have some kind of offense. But it sure ain't going to happen at North Carolina, and it's sure not going to happen in the ACC, and it's not going to happen against any group of 5 team outside of the teams that they've beat at the 17th and 18th tier in the ACC. North Carolina football is a travesty. And yes, did I want Mac Brown out? I did. Yes, I did. I thought Bill Belichick could kind of level things out a little bit and make the offense, I thought he would sustain the offense, but I thought that he would make the defense better. Boy, was I wrong. Was I wrong about that? But I knew he made a crippling mistake, and I said it. The moment I heard that he was keeping Freddie Kitchens, I said, oh my God. They're going to be a bad team next year. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. But they got 2 games left. And guess what? Their pride and their soul of wearing that North Carolina jersey is going to be put to the critical test the next 2 weeks. That's all I have to say.